This is a new Maxima, also known as the 4-door sports sedan. And being the top of the line SR trim, it has all the fancy leather, ventilated seats and more. All you need to know in the motoring world, from the best car reviews, DIY and road trips, is right here on the DRIVETERRAIN channel. So if you want to see more cool content, click that subscribe button and the bell icon on the side of it. And under the hood is Nissan's legendary VQ35DE, a naturally aspirated V6 engine which produces a colossal 300 horsepower and 354 Newton meters of torque. It's paired to an Xtronic CVT transmission, and the CVT is not what I'd call the most athletic, but still it does have paddle shifters, so that's not an issue at all. In the front we get Nissan's V-Motion grille, which is placed very neatly over here. You have this glass cover for the logo, which looks very neat. You have a gloss black finish that goes for this grille, which does have a hexagonal treatment on it. And as we come below, we have these chrome inserts on the bumper, which look pretty cool. You also get a full LED headlamp cluster with signature LED DRLs that run above the headlight. Now on the side, we get this rather distinctive look with this floating roof that lies over here. So this floating roof effect is actually created with the help of this black portion which separates the body and this roof, and you also have a chrome lining that goes all the way about, which looks pretty nice. Now this being the SR trim, it has keyless entry, so you just got to have the key fob in the pocket. You just go here and click this button right like this, and the door opens for you. Now at the rear we get these boomerang shaped LED taillights which look very aggressive and sharp, and you also get a full LED taillight cluster, so everything in this LED, there's no halogen going on over here. You get this chrome boot lid cover right here. You have a Nissan logo right here, a Maxima badge on that side, also the SR badge which comes on this side. Also, what's a signature styling of the Maxima is its quad tip exhaust system. We do have quad tips over here, but actually there's only two exhausts which go in the middle of these two quad tips, so yeah, it's technically a dual exhaust system, but then yeah, the quad tips do look pretty cool. And now let's discover the boot. So you click this button right here and start an automatic tailgate. So Nissan has given the Maxima a generous boot space of 404 liters, and as you can see, it is quite huge and can keep 2 suitcases in here. So usually sedans are known for having a much more lower boot floor, but in this case for the Maxima we have a slightly higher boot floor, so the 404 liters well is clearly evident from this configuration. And if you want more boot space, you can even fold down the second row of seats. When you enter the car, the first thing which draws your attention is the pulsating red start-stop button, like the beating heart of an engine. So let's just hit the brake and hit the start. And now I'm started in the cockpit of the Nissan Maxima, and wherever I lay my hands down, it's very premium and rich materials. For example, this leather treatment on the central console, these leather claddings that are there on the central console, this soft touch leather on the dashboard, also this nice finishing that goes with this diamond pattern on the door cards. Everything feels very premium. And here in the central console we have 2 cuppy holes right here, and this is the key which you get with the Nissan Maxima. So it comes with the remote engine start button. Yes, this car does have a remote engine start. You have the lock unlock buttons, the boot release switch, and your panic alarm. Then, as we mentioned earlier, we have the rotary dial over here, and then comes 2 special buttons which truly demonstrate what the Maxima is all about. The sport button, which when you click, it activates the sport display on the screen, and you also have the traction control off button when you want all hell to break loose. And so both the driver and the passenger seats comes with both heating and cooling, so you can adjust the heating and cooling using these dials right here. Then we can discover the central console box. So it comes with a 12 volt charging socket in here, and enough storage to keep all your important things. Now the seats, well, they are leather seats. You do have a good bolstering on the sides, and you also have this perforation on the seat with this quilt like design, because of course it has the heating and cooling, so you do need the ventilation pores. And then coming to the dashboard design, you have this diamond like end cutting over there. You have the glove box down here, so as you can see, the glove box also does have enough storage space. And the floor mats also say Maxima when you're entering. Even the door sills say Maxima when you're entering. On the door card, we have an extension of the Bose premium sound system, which has 11 speakers, and it sounds amazing with the bass. You also have bottle holders on the door cards and a leather finishing on the door card trim, along with one touch power windows. And the Nissan Maxima also comes with a panoramic sunroof. So you have this small button over here, so if you push that, it first opens this cloth covers. So it's not exactly a panoramic sunroof. It has this small bar in the center, but open space for both the front and the rear sections. Then when you click this button again, it opens this sunroof, so you can actually see out there and, you know, enjoy the wind while you're driving. Now you can close the sunroof by clicking this switch. So as it closes, let me tell you some of the other features. So you do have the light buttons over here as usual. And coming to the sun blinds, do they have mirrors with lights? Yes. That's not a compromise on the Nissan Maxima. Now in the center, the first thing which draws your attention is this 8-inch touchscreen Nissan Connect system, which comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and Bluetooth connectivity. And all the buttons are very neatly placed and laid over here, and the whole dashboard actually faces towards the driver, giving more of that sports car feel. And now let's discover its different features. Firstly, when you click this camera button, it pops up the 360-degree camera, which gives you like a bird's eye view from the top, so you can see all your surroundings while you're parking. The Nissan Connect system also comes with an inbuilt navigation, which I'm right now using, and it feels very smooth to use, and it moves perfectly as per your hand, so it's very intuitive to use. And you can use this rotary dial to zoom in and zoom out in the central display. And you've got these 3 quick access buttons for back, menu and map voice control. And now also using the rotary dial, we can see the different menus. For example, now we are on the home page, which shows the clock, and also a button to customize the home menu. Go to the side, you can you have the different quick controls placed over here. You can again go to the third page, where it shows the AM, FM, Bluetooth audio, the street address, points of interest and the address book. So these are all just quick shortcut buttons to, you know, access the main features. You can again use the rotary dial and hit it down below to get into the base menu, and you can again switch your way around and go to the required place. And you also have the vehicle settings as the last menu. And here you also have a button with which you can adjust the screen brightness, and you also have the seat track buttons over here. The AC, well, it cools incredibly well because it's Nissan. Here we have the AC controls, which are placed very neatly. So here you have your auto AC mode, so the AC speed can be controlled using these switches. You can cycle between the different AC modes by clicking this button. You can also enable or deactivate the AC using this switch. You also have your different air circulation modes placed over here. And as we go down, we have the red start stop button over here, which is very cool. So right now, just watch this. When I switch off the car, you can see the pulsating red button over there. So you just hit the brake and hit the start, and you can hear that V6 road life. So here in the center, we have the transmission box for the Xtronics CVT transmission. So you have the different gear modes over here, so you can actually get into reverse, and it pops up your reverse parking camera. You can get into neutral. So right now we are in neutral. You can get into drive, and when you get into drive, you can actually put the gear to the side to get into the manual mode to use the paddle shifters, or you can even use the gear setup over here. Here we have a small storage compartment where you have your USB port, USB-C and the aux port. The top of the line SR trim comes with Nissan's advanced driver assist display, which comes with a bunch of different menus in the digital instrument cluster. So you do have your normal compass, you have the drive computer, the fuel economy, the driving aids. So basically your lane intervention and blind spot assistance, all of them show up in this page. Then you have the traffic signs, the tire pressures, PSI, so they do appear while driving. Then you have the sport display, which is activated when you put the sport mode. So when I So when I put on sport mode, it brings up this sport display. So as you can see, I can now show you the power output when I rev the engine. So and so the NVH levels are quite well contained in the car, so it's quite fine. And what you're hearing is the growl from the V6 engine. Now let's discover the rear seats. So right now I'm sitting in the rear seats of the Nissan Maxima. So I do have quite amount of headroom, quite amount of knee room. Leg room is also quite good as I can keep my legs forward. Then inside the center console armrest, we have a small slot here to keep your phone, specially thinked and designed. You also have these two bottle holders right here. Apart from that, you also do have rear AC vents and also a USB-C port and a USB-A port for charging. Also, what comes with the rear cabin is these seat pockets to store your items securely, and the headrest in the sedan is adjustable. So if you enjoyed this review, show your support by clicking that subscribe button, and also comment down below which car you would like to see on the Drive Terrain channel next. Once again, stay safe, have a great day, and goodbye.